Well, let's take a step like back to when you were writing for a year. Like, what was your process? How did you approach that?
Um, so I feel like it's just showing up every day, um, just writing to flex the muscle, writing for the sake of writing. I think, I think there was a question in what you sent me in advance about how, like, do you ever get writer's block? And when I hear people say they have writer's block, like, I don't, there's definitely days where you write better than others, but I think if you don't keep showing up every day to do it, then you're going to get writer's block for sure.
Mm.
Because you're not flexing that muscle. It's not a habit for you, and you're like, oh, I'm not writing so I can't do it. I'm just going to like walk away from it. Writer's block up. It's like, no, you're like, no, I'm coming up with terrible ideas, but let's just finish this terrible idea and just do it. And just maybe tomorrow when I come back, it's going to be a good one. Nope, still shit. Tomorrow, maybe a good one. Okay, 4 days later after writing, like, bang my head against the wall. Okay, I've got something cool here, you know.
Right.
So it's just showing up and making it a full-time job with no real excuses. Like, to say, oh, I'm not writing well. It's like, right, just like play four chords and just sing and
Right.
write.
Right, because
Do it.
that's what you do, right?
Do it. Yeah, there's no expectations. Do it. Like, in my opinion, there's no such thing as writer's block.
Right.
Really, you're only limited to the limitations of your own mind, I think.
Sure, sure. Have you read The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield?
I've heard about it, but I haven't read it.
So it's interesting because, like, in that book, he talks about what he calls resistance, which is anything that gets in the way of you writing. Like, he talks about writers, like actual like authors, but like it applies to all creative people, and he just advocates just like have a process, like kind of like a little ritual, and just get into it same time every day. You just sit down like it's your job, and you just do it. It's like I only write when I'm inspired. And I'm inspired between the hours of 9 and 12 every day.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. I remember, so I listen to a lot of podcasts. Like, one of my most favorite things about being in the shop is just listening to podcasts. And
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to one with Humble the Poet. You know him?
No, no, no.
He's a Canadian guy. He's been very successful on YouTube, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
other social media outlets. He's a massive poet and also a novelist. And I'm not sure, I don't know much about him except for what I heard in the podcast, but he said something interesting which was inspiring to me, where he was basically like, okay, I want to write a novel one day, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. I have no idea how to write a novel, but what I'm going to do is every single day, no excuses, I'm going to write 1,000 words.
Wow.
Every day I'm writing 1,000 words, period. No questions asked, every day. So for 3 years he wrote 1,000 words, or whatever the time was.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of 2 years, he had concepts for multiple novels. He had executed upon multiple novels because he's in he'd never written a novel before, never done it before. But he's like, what do you have to do to write a novel? You have to write. Okay, I just start with the basic thing of just writing. Free consciousness. I don't even know what I'm going to write about. I'm just going to every day put 1,000 words on the page, and that's the way I see writing too. It's like, I'm going to just sit down at the piano. If the piano's not working, I'll switch to the guitar. If the guitar's not working, I'll switch to my computer and just make a beat and then just sing over it. If you're creating for a specific window of time like you just described, then
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get this period.
Right.